come to Nosey Road, where the Saints entertain recently promoted Workington Town. And Saints led out, captain for the day, Bobby Golding, and match day mascot, Scott Lee Davis. Big day for this young fella. 4 years of age, he attends Grange Valley School at Haydock. His hobbies are computer games, anything on the computer, anything to do with rugby, and also watching the Saints. Look at this little fella go there at the back, nearly touching down for a try. Scott Lee Davis, 4 years of age. And here come the Workington Town side, and they have a mascot for this afternoon, Lee Mattinson. Another up-and-coming youngster, and old Lee and his family heavily involved with the Workington club, and he's been brought down as the matchday mascot for this afternoon's clash with the mighty Saints, and he's out there with his favourites as well. So I'll just run through the teams for you now. St Helens at full-back, Steve Prescott. A reshaped three-quarter line with Andy Haig, David Lyon, John Griffiths and Anthony Sullivan in the three-quarters. Tommy Martin and Bobby Golding are the half-back pairing, with John Neal, Bernard Dwyer and Apollo Perolini in the front row. Ian Peckervan, Sonny Nickel and Chris Joint the back three, with Phil Beavers and Adam Fogarty on the bench. The Workington side, they have Mark Mulligan at full-back. Lee Smith, Paul Burns, Vince Fawcett and Lee Chilton make up their three-quarter line. Kevin Ellis and Dean Marwood are the half-back pairing, with James Pickering, Phil McKenzie and Roland Phillips in the front row. Kyle White, Colin Armstrong and Brad Heppy, the back three. They have Kevin Pape and Stephen Holgate on the bench. So there we are, centre field. Russell Smith from Castleford is the match day official. With Phil McKenzie, the captain. Bobby Golding, the captain for the Saints. Phil McKenzie for Workington. And both match day mascots, Scott Lee Davis for St Helens. And just let me see, Lee Mattinson for Workington. A big day for these youngsters. And great out there. Plenty of vocal support from both sets of fans below us. My name's Ron Hoof, I'm the regular St Helens commentator, but you're with your Workington video, the Saints video, a Micron video for this afternoon's tie. And I must make no apologies to any of you Workington spectators that may be watching this at a later date about slightly being impartial to the red and whites, or partial to the red and whites, whichever the case may be. But anyway, it's quite a mild afternoon, very breezy. Below us, at the popular side of St Helens, it's well renowned for being vociferous in that department, but there's quite a lot of travelling Workington spectators gathered below us, and I'm sure we'll have a few candid comments from below. But it's Saints to get things underway, and Bobby Golding looks as though he's going to start. Away we go for the first 40 minutes, and it's going to be a big contest, isn't it? James Pickering takes the ball up. Saints with a few out injured, about half a dozen. Workington also have about 5 injured players, but you've got to get on with the job. It's no excuse. You've got to pool on your resources, and both sides have got confidence in the players. Colin Armstrong, the big second row coming through. Quickly taken down. Saints move up quickly. Kevin Ellis on to Roland Phillips, the Warrington duo that are on loan at Workington, hopefully with a permanent move. But the last tackle of the set of 6. Back for the deep kick. Prescott. Well, it looks as though it had gone back, and it has gone back. Oh, and Andy Haig comes through and taken by a high tackle, Brad Heppy. But obviously a swirling breeze. Steve Prescott had to make the adjustment. He turned back, it did go back, and Andy Haig came onto it and just got tackled a little high. Saints have the penalty, and we restart 10 metres from the halfway line. Apollo Perolini being groomed into an excellent player, not as he wasn't before we started, but he's just finding his feet in rugby league. Extended run in the first team, and hopefully he's looking to make the prop forward position his own. Adam Fogarty, who he replaced, was one of the informed forwards. Fogarty's on the bench today, having an ankle injury. But at the play of the ball, Kevin Ellis and Phil McKenzie accused of holding down, but the referee was in rather quickly. Sometimes they move in quickly, too quickly, and other times they seem to let it hang on for ages. But John Neal, the big Cumbrian forward, powers his way into the Workington 20-metre area. Variation of play, and Perolini coming through, gives the hand off, but great tackling from the Town. As I said, there's plenty of coaches come down. Bobby Golding knocks it on, goes to Workington. Bernard Dwyer slipped the ball up, Bobby couldn't take it, but now Workington come away. All fired up under coach Peter Walsh, and Saints penalised this time. John Neal and Bobby Golding for holding down, as Brad Heppy was looking to spread it. Didn't look a lot in that, just as there wasn't a lot in the other one before when the Saints were penalised. But that's the referee's interpretation, and we've just got to put up with it. But Town have possession. In the Saints half, moving down, moving it crossfield. Kyle White, long ball to Heppy. Well taken there. John Griffiths moved in, Anthony Sullivan finished him off. Griffiths and Sullivan played excellently last week in the tie at work at Huddersfield. But Town have the ball, they spread it. Ellis, good handling skills there. Inside ball, Roland Phillips takes it. Well, he plays it to himself. But Saints weren't marked, they weren't lined up, I should say. And they're penalised, and it looks as though Town will go for goal. Just while we have a break, all the Town staff come on just to replenish the players with the bodily fluids. Integral part, obviously, as the game goes on, of 80 pulsating, bone-crunching minutes. The bodily fluids have to be replaced. This was mentioned in Dennis Whittle's column in the Star this week on about to Eric Hughes, about people coming on, but that's the reason why. And you've got to make sure that your players are kept in trim, haven't you? But a chance now for early points for the Town. As you can see, brisk breeze, and the ball's has to be held. Strikes it well, and it's there. First point of the afternoon. Dean Marwood, I think it is the kicker. So 4 minutes gone on the clock, and Workington take an early lead. The Marwood penalty. Town with a 2 points to nil lead. They get possession back from the kickoff. Obviously the referee has indicated in which type of mood he's going to be. He wants a clean, open, fast game. We know there has been rulings from the referee's assessor, and that's what we want. Quick, fast, open rugby. As Ellis for Town brings it away. Gets out of 2 tackles. Dwyer comes again. Ellis evades it. Mulligan. Town spread it out. Roland Phillips on the centre, looking to replay. Will get to the ball. He tries to round his man, and Sullivan comes up with possession. Sullivan tackled on the halfway. Well, Ellis is going to be penalised for not marking up at the play of the ball, and that's correct. Golding takes it quickly. Well, a swirling ball. Will it find touch? It does. But Ellis just one pass too many there. Saints now in possession. Perolini, 15 metres from the Workington line. Martin offloads to John Neal. He makes 5 valuable metres. 10 metres from the Workington line. No score. Well, I would say no score for the Saints. Obviously Workington on the board. 2 points to nil there from that penalty. Nickel had it, then Golding, long ball to Andy Haig. He's got to come back across field. Good tackling from Workington. They close him down. They force Andrew Haig back. Saints spread it left. Golding. Short ball there. Last one of the sequence. Excellent tackling by the Town, keeping the Saints out. Golding again. Chips it through. Golding has it back. It was on the 6th tackle because the ball had played the man. Well, I thought it was on the 6th tackle, obviously wrong. I'm sure the referee had his hand up, but went directly into touch. But he's ruled a scrum with a Workington feed. Good attack by the Saints, but excellent cover defence by Town. They lose possession on the first tackle. Cardinal Cinder from Lee Smith lost the possession. The ferocity of the tackle shook the ball from his grip. Now it's Sonny Nicol. It was Sonny Nicol's late try that gave the Saints a 30 points to 25 win up at Derwent Park earlier in the season. Sonny Nicol there has been adjudged to have been tackled over shoulder height, and a chance for Bobby Golding now to level the scores up. We've had 8 minutes gone on the clock, and it's certainly been 8 exciting minutes, end-to-end stuff. Both teams not frightened of throwing the ball out. The Saints have got to make sure that they don't slip up against promotional opposition. Workington came up with Doncaster. We played Doncaster in the first game of the season, and Doncaster smacked our bottom that day. I'm sure Eric Hughes will have his side G'd up, make sure we don't have a repeat performance. But Golding pops it over. 8 minutes into the game, and the scores are all level, 2 points apiece. Both sides back in league action after Regal Trophy excursions last week. The 14th league match of the season for the Saints. An excellent win against Huddersfield last week, and Workington had a superb win against Wakefield, and that gives them a plum tie next Sunday against the mighty Leeds up there at Workington. I'm sure Leeds won't be wanting to make that long trip, but they've got it. Prescott breaks away. Prescott gives the dummy out to Sullivan. Sullivan up the wing, turns inside. Chris Joint, support from Dwyer, but Joint all the way. Oh, that's a superb try by Chris Joint behind the sticks. Oh, a full 80-metre plus try by the Saints. Joint there with his 8th try of the season, but that came from the kick-off, didn't it? The ball was kicked off by Workington after Golding had converted the penalty. Steve Prescott brought it across, slipped a lovely dummy. Steve Prescott came in the line, he slipped a lovely dummy, and then passed to Anthony Sullivan. Sullivan only had Mulligan to beat. He showed them on the outside, then he slipped it inside to the supporting Chris Joint. Joint had Dwyer on his right, but Dwyer wasn't needed. Joint powered his way behind the sticks and puts the Saints in the lead for the first time by 6 points to 2, and now it's 8 points to 2. Golding converts it. Superb try by Chris Joint, and just what the Saints needed, especially with having players out injured of the calibre of Shane Cooper, the regular captain, Alan Hunt, Paul Loughlin, Simon Booth, Sean Casey, Scott Gibbs. First game Gibbs has missed, picked up an injury, but he's played out of his skin, Gibbs, hasn't he? Good break there again by the Saints, nearly penetrated the Town line. That was David Lyon this time. Perellini burst through. Short ball to John Neal, forward pass ruled, and Neal's took a knock there. He came through off that short Tommy Martin pass. It was a judge forward, and John Neal's going to need treatment. He took a knock at the end of last Sunday's game, had to be replaced by David Lyon. who was on the subs bench. He's been out for quite a lengthy period as David Lyon, who came on for the last couple of minutes, and with the injury to Scott Gibbs, Eric Hughes has put him in at the centre. He was the regular full-back, signed from Warrington, David Lyon, but he's got to fit in anywhere, because the Saints certainly have good personnel, and places have got to be played for. Kevin Ellis inside to Heppy. Heppy loses the ball. Ferocity of the tackle there, shaking it. It was Perolini, the Terminator. He crunched Heppy, he lost possession, and Saints thankfully accept it. Sonny Nicol. Good handoff on Colin Armstrong. Now it's John Neal again. Oh, well, knees there by Pickering. That was a little bit naughty. But the referee's right on the job, and John Neal's up. No damage done, but James Pickering coming through looked a little bit naughty. He's going to be spoken to, obviously, as you would expect, in the presence of captain Phil McKenzie. But no damage. Sometimes these things look a lot worse than they are, and we know he's a hard player, James Pickering, but I wouldn't say for 1 minute that he was a dirty player. But anyway, Saints with a penalty, and Ian Pickavant's 3 tries last week, along with Anthony Sullivan's 4 tries. Tommy Martin makes good yardage, but superbly tackled by Phillips. Saints build up the charge again, and Perolini comes in with a handoff. Colin Armstrong stops him. James Pickering there again. Well, the referee penalising Armstrong in too quickly, I would say, in my impartial opinion, but obviously it's a penalty to the Saints. But the referee moving in very quickly. As I say, wants a clean open game. Saints with a set of 6. Oh, John Neal looking for his second try in consecutive games. Doesn't get on the board very often. Perolini now. That's 2 of the set of 6. Saints bunched here, but I'm sure the ball will be spread. Dwyer brings it over, Golding, chips it for the corner. Andrew Haig, oh, it's beat him. The bounce of the ball beat him, but that was the idea. Saints bunched over here, Workington were with them, and Bobby Golding tried to penetrate the Town defence with an astute kick. Town restart from the 20. Pickering, first man in. McKenzie. Oh, good handling. Kyle White. He made his debut against the Saints for Workington earlier in the season. Ellis. Town move it left. Now it's with Phillips. Good tackling, but Phillips gets the ball away. Ellis now. He comes through. Perolini and Dwyer bouncing to the earth. Kyle White runs out wide well. A quite stocky figure, an Aussie, but he does well. Real strong lad. Had the baptism of fire up at Workington, didn't he? He had a sin bin and a couple of blood bins. Dean Marwood had the ball. Now it's a deep kick. Deep, high kick from Mulligan. Prescott touches his arms, hits his leg, bounce forward. Unfortunately not the best opening 15 minutes for Steve Prescott, but it is an awkward swirling breeze. We know Prescott's calibre, but we all get off days, don't we? John Neal still receiving treatment. Jeanette Smith on to treat him. Just waiting for John Neal. He's an integral cornerstone in the Saints pack. And Adam Fogarty is warming up just below us. Maybe he'll have to come on to replace John Neal. I know John Neal won't want to go off, but if you have to, you have to. And that's all the end of it. Town off possession. Move it left. Force it. Big ex-Leeds centre, and he'll be looking forward to that meeting next week in the Regal against his old club. Brad Heppy has the possession. Town within 8 metres of the Saints line, looking for their first try. Marwood, long ball, well taken by Pickering. Golding tackles him, but Pickering gets the ball away to White. Oh, just overrun it there at Paul Burns. But now it's with Lee Smith. Good tackling by the Saints, but an amount of pressure by Workington. Phillips again gets it away. Lovely handling skills. Oh, and Longton Mackenzie. He keeps the ball going. Tommy Martin, but he's going to be brought back for the knock-on. Well, there again. The ball was knocked forward by the Saints. It'll be a Town head and feed. Marwood feeds it. Another set of 6 for the Town. Can they break quickly? Tackling will have to be paramount. Super tackling there by John Griffiths. Now it's Heppy. 5 metres from the line, or even less, as Heppy cabbages a yard. Lee Smith, he goes in for the try. Good pass there from the acting halfback. Had to play the ball. Lee Smith goes in for Workington's first try of the afternoon in the 17th minute. Certainly shows the strength of Town game. There's some good runners. Both the front rows are excellent this afternoon. Pickering, Mackenzie and Phillips for Workington. Neil, Dwyer and Perolini for the Saints. But it could have been also different if Saints hadn't knocked on in their own 20. Tommy Martin came through, was brought back for a knock-on from the resulting scrum. Town spread the ball and they came up with a 4-pointer. They have possession again. It's Roland Phillips. Good ball distribution from Phillips. Certainly a player that I've admired when he's played against the Saints for Warrington. And I thought the Saints might have stepped in for him, but obviously he had fortunes elsewhere. He's up at Workington on trial, along with Kevin Ellis, the other ex-Warrington player. Or still Warrington player, I should say, until a permanent deal is sorted out. Town kicked the ball downfield. It's going to run dead. Steve Prescott just lets it roll dead with no pressure from the Workington runners. Saints will restart from the centre of the 20. 8 points to 6 to score. Perolini gains 10 valuable metres. Workington move up quickly on the referee's right. Oh, John Neal gets the ball away to David Lyon. Lyon up the wing. Andrew Hagan moved inside. Lyon was looking for him on the outside, but Saints restart. Spread the ball across the line, hoping to catch Workington off guard. Overlap for the Saints as Pickerman scoots through, but it's intercepted by Lee Smith, as it was meant for Anthony Sullivan. The idea was right, but Lee Smith, well positioned, took it well, and took the sting out of that Saints attack. Colin Armstrong, some good handoffs there as he came through, finally taken down by Tony Sullivan. But strong running from Workington, no more than we can expect. Quarter of the game gone. 8-6 to score in the Saints' favour. Phillips. Taken by Nickel. Dwyer's there as well. But Town build up again. Mackenzie, I should say, from the acting halfback. Marwood now at dummy half. The ball going to be kicked downfield by Mulligan. Another tester in this swirling breeze. Lucky this time, bounces in touch on the far side. So it'll be a scrum down, a 10-metre scrum, 10 metres in from the main stand side, 10 metres from the Saints line, and the Saints head and ball. Saints want to make a substitution. John Neal being substituted, obviously having trouble there with that groin area injury. And Adam Fogarty comes on, 21 minutes of the game gone. So a straight positional check, but John Neal there in a lot of discomfort. Fogarty been suffering with an ankle injury. Let's hope he's back to full fitness as Saints come away with possession from the scrum. Haig again comes through. Workington break quickly. Fogarty now quickly in. Playing out of his skin before his injury was Fogarty. Taken down there by Paul Byrne. Saints spread it. Oh, and Steve Prescott comes through. It looked a little bit high, but blindside by the Saints. On to Sonny Nickel. Hands off the defenders. Taken down 10 metres in. And Bernard Dwyer taking a knock there. This bone-crunching match this afternoon. Saints move it quickly. Chris Joint sees the gap. Looks for support. Breaks out of the tackle. Hits the straps again. Gets the ball away to Lyon. Lyon up to the 10 metres from the Workington line. Excellent 50-metre run by the Saints. Perolini takes it from acting half, gets the ball away to Haig. Haig's going to be tackled, that's the 6th. And Workington will have the turnover just about 2 metres from their own line. Town of Stephen Holgate warming up just in front of us. He looks as though he's going to be introduced for Roland Phillips. So whether it's a tactical ploy by Peter Walsh, the Workington coach, because Phillips can come back on and he's done a lot of graft and he's showed some excellent touches. Lovely ball handling skills. But Town after possession. Saints are doing the tackling. Marwood back to Mulligan. Is the kick coming down? Mulligan, he had an excellent game for Town when the Saints were up at Derwent Park earlier in the season, and he'll have to be watched. Last one of the sequence. Marwood kicks it through. Haig gathers it comfortably. And Haig on a run. Oh, good running by Haig and just taken by Phillips. Nickel now for the Saints. Super tackling there, Heppy in along with Ellis. Now Golding looking for the gap. Fogarty's with him. Fogarty unloads to Pickermans. Pickermans away to Prescott, but super tackling. Super tackling by the Town, and that's it, player offside. But Town making a substitution now, Phillips coming off. And Stephen Holgate going on. 24 minutes of the game gone. But Saints there caught Steve Prescott. I didn't know whether he got boot to ball, but the ball went forward. Saints player had picked it up in an offside position. Town have the penalty. Gain yardage on the Popular side and restart now. And now it's McKenzie, brings it blindside to Ellis. Well, it certainly looked forward, but I thought the referee had let it go. It was pretty borderline, but he must have been well positioned. Not a lot of vocal support from below us, and we know we have quite a vociferous set of supporters from both teams this afternoon. Saints win possession from the scrum. John Griffiths up the middle. Griffiths to the halfway line. Releases the ball. Dwyer has it. Well, there's no knock on there. I don't know who the referees are judged to a knock on. I would imagine it's Bernard Dwyer. He gives the feed to Town, does he? Well, I beg to differ with his interpretation. Obviously, we had a good view there, and I thought Dwyer picked it up cleanly. But the referee's in charge. And Town have possession. Holgate. A little bit of roughing up at the play of the ball there. Perolini holding the man down. Marwood wants the sand to get on with the penalty kick. The breeze favouring Workington in this first half. So Marwood, he'll try and tag these 2 points on to level the scores up. Finally poised at 8 points to 6. 26 minutes of the game have gone. And Perolini being penalised for holding down, and Marwood steps up. Is it clean? It's waved away. But Town will get possession back. Holgate comes through at pace. Breaks out of the tackle. Pickermans couldn't hold him. I think it was Pickermans that couldn't hold him. Or was it Chris Joint? Chris Joint that couldn't hold him. Oh, Pickering into space. Just had his ankles tapped there. But he gets up and builds up again. Good play from this big prop. Now it's good play from Burns. Armstrong set him on his way. And a high tackle rule there by Anthony Sullivan. A penalty for the Town. McKenzie finds touch, doesn't gain any yardage whatsoever, but Town within 10 metres. They switch it to Ellis on the blind. Fogarty in there. Ellis wriggling and roaming, Golding along with him as well. Golding moves quickly, off the mark, Kyle White, onto Brad Heppy. Town in a bit of a purple patch now. 8.60 trail, but they're certainly going through all the repertoire. Armstrong just taken by Fogarty. Now it's McKenzie onto Mulligan. Oh, super tackling by Nicol. Holds Mulligan back. There's Town putting the pressure on, looking to regain the lead. Ellis. Dummy in with the ball, the last one of the sequence. Marwood at dummy half. Mulligan chips through. It's knocked dead. Saints forced to knock it dead. An astute kick there. Mulligan came up from the full-back position. We know all the trouble he gave the Saints at Derwent Park. And now Saints drop out Martin. And another set of 6 for Workington to try and penetrate the Saints line. Joint and Lyon combined there along with Golding. And Town bring it crossfield. Tackling's got to be of a paramount. Marwood. Good ball to White. On to Pickering. Using this big man a lot. McKenzie from the acting half-back. On to Marwood. Town spread it left. Turn it back inside to Ellis. Held short. 10 metres short, and McKenzie goes again. Drawing the Saints defence in. The ball's loose, Saints pick it up, and Sonny Nicol comes up with it. But Town have a player injured. Bobby Golding bringing the referee's attention to that fact as the Town player looks in a lot of discomfort. Well, the game temporarily stopped, and it's being played at 100 mile an hour, isn't it? We're approaching the half hour. It's still 8 points to 6 in the Saints' favour. Town playing with the wind. I'm sure Saints will hopefully use the wind to their advantage in the second half. Town player being treated. Sonny Nicol came up, dove bravely on the loose ball after Town were attacking. Back to full complement now. Vince Fawcett, I think it was, that was receiving the treatment. Saints have the possession, wrong end of the field, and Perolini is the man in possession, trying to make the hard yards. Holgate, one of the tacklers to bring him down. Dwyer onto Ian Pickavance. Super tackling by both sides this afternoon. Dwyer brings it blindside. Tried to draw the defence in. Tommy Martin was looming inside. Last one of the sequence as Bobby Golding puts it low. Mulligan takes it comfortably. And Perolini tackles him. Brad Heppy at the acting halfback. Left wing man Lee Chilton there coming in for a little bit of the action. Loose play by Town. Kyle White picks it up. Pickavance, Perolini and Dwyer bring off the tackle. Now it's Ellis spreading it out. Both Ellis and Marwood are working well in this Workington side. Two very good playmakers. But now it's Colin Armstrong. Last one of the sequence for the Town. McKenzie's running it, chips it for the corner, finds touch just on the Saints 20. Scrum down with the Saints feed, but Town are doing the business. They've been down there at the Saints side for about 16, 18 tackles. And Saints have withstood the pressure. But on that sixth tackle, McKenzie grubbing it for the touchline. Scrum down Saints feed. Golding will feed it. Gives the dummy, but Heppy completes the tackle. And Saints play it quickly. Got to move quickly, tried to capitalise and break this Workington defence. Chris Joint filling in at loose forward for the injured Shane Cooper. Playing out of his skin this afternoon, and Fogarty comes through, gains valuable yardage. Martin, Golding. Overlap on the right, Golding draws the defence in, slips it inside to David Lyon. He's forced back, Brad Heppy, one of the tacklers there. Saints come away with it again. Good drive by Nickel, excellent tackling by the Town, superb game. 33 minutes on the clock, 8-6 to score. Tommy Martin chips it through. Full-back Mulligan takes it. Martin, the kicker, first man there, along with John Griffiths. Usually scrum half, but filling in, obviously, anywhere he can. Griffiths had an injury. Had a superb game, I thought, against Huddersfield last week. Worked well with Anthony Sullivan. And Apollo Perolini goes in for the intercept there and stops what would have been a good attacking position. But Saints there looked as though they thought the referee was going to blow up. Well, you've got to play to the whistle. Workington have the possession. Another 4 tackles, I think, now coming through, and Kyle White has the ball. McKenzie brings it blind. Feeds it inside to Ellis. Ellis unloads to Mulligan. Mulligan looking for space. He's taken down well. Saints are urged to get back on side. Brad Heppy up the centre, looking for support. Marwood's there. Marwood brings it over to the right, and Workington spread it. Saints spectators are asking the Saints to go in there and make sure the tackles are firm, hard and fair. They feel that Workington having too much yardage. James Pickering bungle the man into touch if they can. He's held just short. Sullivan, Griffiths and Golding are there. The last one of the sequence for the Town. Will they put it up high? Mulligan does. To Tester. It's over on the far side. Andy Haig takes it well. Breaks the first line of defence, but Workington swarm all over him. Exciting game, there certainly is. Prescott, he breaks away. Kyle White sticks to him. Pickavance on a marauding run, breaks the cover defence. Holgate just manages to bring him down. 8-6 to score. Saints have the lead. Fogarty has possession. Just inside the Workington half now. A rare excursion for the last 10 minutes or so into the Workington half. But Bernard Dwyer there having a penalty award for being held down in the tackle when he wanted to get up quickly and play it, and that was on the 6th tackle. So Workington now have to weather the storm of the Saints powering into their 20 when they could have had the ball, the possession of the ball from the turnover if they'd have got off the player quickly. Fogarty driving for the line, 5 metres short. Saints now will spread it out left, surely. Wrong, Goulding moves it blindside. Joint. He's still 5 metres short. But Saints going through their repertoire, but the Workington defence is held firm. Goulding looking for the gap. The little man trying to weave his magic. Martin chips it. Oh, Prescott gets a favourable rebound, and they all count, don't they? That'll be gratefully accepted by Steve Prescott. The Town, after pressing on the Saints line for virtually 10 minutes, Saints get the ball, they come into the Town half, move it up the top right-hand corner. Chris Joint nearly came and scored. Then the ball was spread infield. Bobby Goulding had it, slipped it out there to Tommy Martin. Martin chipped it through. Steve Prescott was following up. He got a favourable bounce off a Town player and gratefully accepted the try. And Bobby Goulding looking to tag the extras on, which will give the Saints an 8-point cushion. Goulding just slides it in. (14-6) to score. Superb pressure by the Saints. Perhaps a little fortunate at the end, but they all count. You've got to take the rough with the smooth, and we like all the smooth, don't we? But the Town spectators getting behind the side here. As I said, quite a considerable amount of Town spectators amassed below us, and there'll certainly be a vocal confrontation between the Saints and Town below us as well as in front of us. Dwyer from the acting halfback. Fogarty Powers his way upfield. Saints bring it blindside. Strong running Pickavance. Ellis, one of the tacklers, along with Pickering. Saints spread it along the line. Joint running out wide again. Short ball to David Lyon. He has to duck back inside. He's brought down on the halfway. Heppy, I think, was one of the tacklers. 2 minutes to the interval. 14-6, Saints in the lead. Last one of the sequence, and Tommy Martin puts it straight downfield and straight down the throat of Mark Mulligan. Just losing his footing there, Mulligan, as Perolini came in. But Town have possession. They want a score before half-time. They had all that pressure down at the Saints' end, and a superb Saints defence pattern held them out. Kyle White, I think that is, coming through. No, I beg your pardon, it isn't, it's Paul Burns. Now it's McKenzie at the acting halfback. Turned it to Armstrong. Out to Fawcett. Last one of the sequence for Workington. Will they run it? Well, it's kick forward. Haig takes it. Haig just has his ankles tapped. Beats the oncoming Marwood. So not a lot of enterprise in that kick there. Golding, lofted pass taken by Griffiths. Griffiths will have to take the tackle. Heppy, Pickering, well, the ball went back. Golding breaks through. Golding looking for Sullivan. Gives it to Sullivan, but the pass is forward. Golding looks at Russell Smith in disgust. But it certainly did look a hint forward from our position. The referee was well positioned. But excellent work by Bobby Golding. Superb cover by Town as they came in. Ellis has the ball. Shapes up to kick. The Saints come in for the tackle, and Dwyer and Joint complete it. Heppy now looking to inject a little bit of movement in this Workington side. 45 seconds of stoppage time we've played. Saints are in the lead at 14-6, and Town are spreading it. Ellis looking for the short ball. Burns there running onto it, but Pickavance and Sullivan hold him up. They keep the ball going. Armstrong gets it as Burns threw it out. Good play there from Town. Excellent rugby. McKenzie on a run again. Draws the defence in. Ellis changes the point of attack. Now it's with Marwood. Oh, good support play from Town. It's with Holgate. Back to Mulligan. Oh, Mulligan's lost possession. John Griffiths comes up with it. All on the half-time hooter. But a superb attack there by Town. Not getting any points from it, but some enterprise in rugby. Excellent ball handling skills. 2 minutes of time added on. Have been played as Joint looks to release. Dwyer was there, but good clamp tackling. Heppy heavily involved again. Bernard Dwyer on a run. Turned the ball inside. Tommy Martin. Saints spread it. Prescott still breaks out of the tackle. 10 metres inside the Workington half. Workington urged to get back onside. Saints spread it again. Nickel, he straightens up. Valuable yardage. Last one of the sequence, and there's the half-time hooter with 2.5 minutes of added time played. For a pulsating first half of bone-crunching rugby here at Nosey Road. Marwood opening the scoring in the 4th minute with a penalty goal. Golding hit back 4 minutes later. That was the scores all tied up, 2 points apiece. Then a beautiful try by Chris Joint, a full 80-metre run by the Saints side. Goal by Golding. Saints in the lead at 8-2. Then a Lee Smith try. Good work from Workington, right by the Saints line. from a play the ball. It was spread out by Marwood. Lee Smith got it, went in at the corner unopposed. The goal from Marwood was waved away. It was 8 points to 6, and then that try, a fortunate try by Steve Prescott, after some good work by the Saints, after they'd withstood at least 18 tackles on their own line. They ventured into the Workington half, were taken close. It was chipped through by Tommy Martin, a rebound off a Workington player, gratefully accepted by Prescott. He went over for the 4-pointer. It was goal by Golding, and that's the half-time score, 14 points to 6. Join us shortly for the second half. Just give a mention about this new video that's out. Peeps in the Past, it's called. It's history of St Helens, right from the 14th century. No doubt a lot of you will have seen it in the local press, and it's an excellent video. There's some rugby on, some local carnivals and St Helens show and what have you. It's priced at £12.95 from shops around the town, but if you buy it directly from the director, Ron Lee, and St Helens 29976, he'll donate £1 from the tape to the St Helens Hospice, so it's a good charity that he's donating to as well. Peeps in the Past, it's called. Don't forget, for your extra Christmas present in the stocking. Back for second half action. 14-6 to score at half time. Saints playing with the aid of the breeze this half. John Neal still holding that painful injury though. Saints get the possession from the kick-off. Chris Joint. Now it's with Fogarty. Holgate, the substitute for Workington, in at the tackle. Dwyer unloads to Perolini. And Perolini powers forward, but solid tackling there. Holgate in along with Vince Fawcett and second row man Colin Armstrong. A great game played at great pace. Tommy Martin puts a tester up, bounces in the field of play and then runs dead. So Workington will restart from the centre of the 20. Tightly contested. A fortunate bounce that got Steve Prescott a try 4 minutes before the interval. But that's how it goes. You've got to get the bounce of the ball, the rub of the green, as they say. They all count. But it must have been a bitter blow for Workington. Kyle White has the possession. This stocky Aussie. Excellent competitor. And obviously Town, they're looking to strengthen the side. And as I said, with Ellis and Roland Phillips, who has been replaced. And no doubt any other players that come available, as Town hope to get up there in the table. McKenzie gets a lovely ball off Armstrong. McKenzie tried to slip it to substitute Holgate. Just touches his fingertips, moves forward. Unforced error. Saints kick it downfield. Mulligan has to turn, but it's gone dead. The breeze there taking it away. Sorry about that, with just a slight problem with the sound there. But now hopefully restored back to full power. McKenzie took it well there, on to Burns. He moves it over to the right. Holgate again. Perolini. He's along with Bernard Dwyer. Tackles him. Oh, well taken by Ellis. Unloads it on the far side. Bullet pass. We know what Ellis can do. in his time with Warrington. John Griffiths there completes the tackle, the last one of the sequence for Workington. Mulligan, the tactical kicker, puts it downfield, but I think that's too deep. Even though it's against the breeze, Steve Prescott lets it run. And a restart now from the centre of the 20. 3 minutes gone. 14-6 the half-time score. And we've had no further scoring up to press. Burns in on Nickel. Mackenzie there as well. He gets to a tremendous amount of graft, does Mackenzie. Excellent player from acting half-back in broken play. Many seasons this Aussie with Widnes. Went up to Workington, and when you're based down here, it's a hell of a trip to Workington, isn't it? Chris Joynt now. Short ball to David Lyon. Cries for a forward from the Workington contingent. And it certainly looked borderline from our angle, but the referee was well positioned as Golding takes it across. Parolini takes it comfortably. Tries to pass round his man. He does successfully. Tate keep it going. Sonny Nickel pushes one man off, drives forward again, but Heppy, he's in there at the tackle along with Armstrong. Golding puts a tester. Mulligan moves in. Oh, takes it beautifully. Martin comes in and meets him. And Martin calls to the bench, but nothing wrong with that tackle. Superb crunching tackle, putting pressure on the fullback, just as Workington put pressure on Saints fullback Steve Prescott in the first half. But Mulligan is an integral part of this Workington setup. Comes into the line, chips forward. He's used for a lot of the kicking duties, but he's taken a knock there. Golding put a tester up. Martin moved up, followed it quickly, completed the tackle, and unfortunately Mulligan has taken an injury. Well, he's fit to play the ball. Let's hope he can run it off. He limps back. The physio still there. He's going to still be treated. But on with the game. Town have the possession, pegged in their own 20. Colin Armstrong, ex-Hull Kingston Rovers forward, I think it was. Good ball there to Holgate. Only Steve Prescott to beat. Sullivan comes in as well, but Prescott has him. Superb run by Holgate. 40-metre burst. That'll give Town the spur they needed. Ellis looking for the gap. Saints forced to defend. The last tackle of the sequence. Workington will run it. That's a cert. Now it's with Marwood. He lets the ball go to the wingman there, Lee Chilton. Not been involved a lot as Chilton. The sixth tackle there, and Workington have to surrender possession. Nickel now for the Saints, but lovely rugby there from Holgate. Took it well, powered through at pace. Well taken by Prescott in the end, as Fogarty now comes away with it for the Saints. Parolini takes the tackle, solid tackling from both sides. Martin puts it downfield again. Mulligan still limping a little bit. Has to play it. It's curled in field, has it? It's still rolling. No, he has to play it as Mulligan. Well taken by the Saints, and they'll come up in numbers as Workington come back slowly. Well, maybe a little bit of professionalism, yes, well, definitely a bit of professionalism. You can't blame them, can you, if they're going to get away with it? Saints look to the referee, but Workington were very slow getting back on side, with the ball being kicked downfield. Lee Smith coming in there for a bit of the action, but solid Saints tackling. Griffiths there, along with Martin. Mackenzie comes away. The Workington spectators try to lift their side. 7.5 minutes of the second half. No further addition to the 14-6 half-time score. And another injured player down there for Workington as Mulligan gets the kick upfield. Golding gets it. has to take the tackle. White was underneath, and the substitute back there, Kevin Pape, is on. Whether he's come on at half time, I don't know. I didn't notice him coming on. Short ball to Nicol. Saints in possession. Golding onto Perellini. Into the Town 20. Town forced to defend. Dwyer, joint, gives the dummy. Lyon used as the dummy runner. But excellent tackling there. Holgate completed the tackle. The last one of the sequence now for the Saints. Golding chips it crossfield. Well taken. Oh, yes. Is it a try? Double movement is the indication. Anthony Sullivan on the far side. Accused of a double movement or penalised for a double movement. Lee Smith, I think that is, that comes away. Excellent run by him. 30 metres. And Town now build up again. From defence to attack. But the Saints are penalised for offside. Not getting back quickly. Workington were a bit short-handed, even though they were attacking. And Kevin Ellis finds touch. 5 metres inside the Saints' half. Superb end-to-end entertainment here. There's no danger about that. Workington spread the ball, move it on the blind side. Kevin Pape's over there. Now it's with Holgate, the other substitute. Good work, good handling. Brad Heppy onto Vince Fawcett. Heppy moves up at the acting halfback. Towner in the Saints 20. They bring it blindside. It's Kyle White inside to Burns. Last one of the sequence. Oh, knock on there by Ellis. Under no pressure whatsoever, but he was looking to move the ball quickly and couldn't get away with it. It's Marwood, the man that's come off, that's not in a very good state of health. That's who Pape's got on for. Saints have the possession. Golding, short ball to Fogarty. Prescott up from the full-back position to the acting half. But Town penalised, and Kevin Pape said that the Saints player had held on to his jersey. But a good kick there by the Saints. They move up quickly. Sullivan wants to get on with it. Bobby Golding chips it. Now it's Tommy Martin. Martin in the gap. Oh, super try. Super try by Martin. A Workington indiscretion, and Martin puts paid to it. Yes, there they go. Golding converts it. Another 6 points for the Saints, gives them a 20 points to 6 lead. Obviously, when we saw today's team, I thought we might have been hard-pressed against Town, and obviously we have been hard-pressed up to the 36th minute of the first half, where it was certainly even Steven at 8 points to 6. But we know Town can be certainly an up-and-down side. At Sheffield the other week, 25 points to 6 they were in the lead, and they relinquished that lead and got beat in the end. But Saints have the possession. They're in the lead by 20 points to 6 with 12 minutes gone of the second half. Saints second blindside, Bernard Dwyer out to John Griffiths. Combined excellently with Anthony Sullivan last week. Testing kick from Golding, puts pressure on Mulligan. Well, he's lost it. Saints move up, Sullivan's in. Super work by Martin again. And Workington are feeling the pinch. 2 tries in the space of 2 minutes. And it's obviously testing time, just as Workington did in the first half. Chris Joint takes it, flicks it up to Adam Fogarty, full of running. We keep getting a score flash on the board, obviously, from the Leeds-Wigan game, and the old Pie Eaters are having a little bit of a battering today. Looking to get 14 straight wins on the trot in the First Division. But Leeds are hoping to put paid to that. And I'm sure Workington, who play Leeds next week in the Regal Trophy, hope that all the stuffing's been taken out of them. But a short pass there from Bobby Golding to Steve Prescott. Rule forward. The ball had gone forward, and then the touch judge on the far side came on. I'd followed the ball, I followed Steve Prescott going through. Let's see what the touch judge reports to referee Russell Smith. But the referee had stopped the play for the forward pass. And whether there was interference after, but Kyle White being spoken to. Phil McKenzie there as well. Phil McKenzie is the captain. So everything's been sorted out. We didn't pick out, or should I say, I didn't pick out, but going in with the shoulder is the indication, as Tommy Martin finds touch. And Saints build up again. Fogarty has possession. Solid tackling there, Holgate along with Armstrong. Dwyer inside to Golding, he's running the angles. Good ball to Griffiths. Griffiths half breaks out of the tackle, looks to release it. Now Saints play it again. Golding went to chip it crossfield. David Lyon came in for it, but Vince Fawcett comes up with possession. Andy Haig was calling for it. He told Golding to put the kick in for the corner. Unfortunately, it didn't come off. James Pickering powering his way upfield, unloads the ball under a lot of pressure, but he got it away. Heppy gives the dummy, loses possession. Knock on given. And Saints making a substitution. Phil Vivers coming on to replace Chris Joint. So Chris Joint now comes off, had a superb game. 18 minutes into the second half. Golding out to Martin. Griffiths there in the line. Knocked forward there by Pape. Took the pressure off the Saints there, but the tackle count waved clean as Saints have regathered possession. The referee allowing advantage. Roland Phillips looks as though he's going to be reintroduced for the last 20 minutes, and he certainly played well in the first 20. Ball handling skills, excellent player. Parolini straightens up, gets it away to Bernard Dwyer. He takes the tackle. Armstrong and Ellis, they combine. Golding chips it through. Steve Prescott, favourable bounce. Inside ball there to Vivers, and then back to Fogarty, I think it is. Oh, and aren't they pleased with that? Super try there. Super try by Fogarty. Fogarty in for his third of the season, but little Bobby Golding chipped it through again. Steve Prescott going through like house on fire, took the ball inside to Phil Vivers, over the head pass as Vivers turned round. He was just going to be tackled. Fogarty was supporting, and another 4 points to the Saints. Bobby Golding converts that Fogarty try. 30 points to 6, and it certainly looks a runaway, doesn't it? But it obviously it has been in the second half, but tightly contested in the first half. As I said before, only 8 points to 6 with 4 minutes of the first half to go. Saints got a fortunate try, built them up, give them that 8-point cushion at half time, 14 points to 6. And now with the 3 tries, 2 converted in the space of 8 minutes in the second half, and Saints well in command at 30 points to 6. Nickel, Heppy comes in, Heppy tackles him, James Pickering there as well. Long ball outside to Prescott, gets it to Sullivan. Sullivan down the wing, good tackle there. Super tackle on the far side. Forces Sullivan into touch. Just got the man by the scruff of the neck and threw him into touch. Scrum down with a Workington feed. A score flash there. The old pie eaters are leading at Leeds now, 24-23. Workington lose possession, do they? No, it went back. It went forward, the referee said. I thought it had gone back. But from that scrum on the far side, Workington surrender possession. Golding will feed it. And with 19 minutes of the game remaining, Golding has it. It's on to David Lyon. Forward pass indicated. So Saints third, surrendering possession, just as Town did. Ellis will feed. Marwood off injured. Ellis from the base of the scrum to Heppy. Good cover defence. Saints moved in quickly. Lyon and Vivers. Now Ellis. He's got to try and run the roost, and we know what he can do. Phillips now back on. Kyle White been substituted. We take some pulling down with this big Welshman. Never really got in the side at Warrington. Limited touches. Good handling there on the far side. Pape. Well, that certainly looked forward. Out to the far side to Lee Smith, but the ball was kicked forward. Saints gathered the possession, and the referee lets play go on. Vivers unloads to Prescott. Now it's Pickavance. Been well monitored this afternoon as Pickavance. Now it's Vivers again. Versatile Vivers onto Griffiths. He gets it away to Sullivan. Does he knock it forward? He does now. I didn't know whether he knocked it forward initially. The referee looks as though he was allowing play to go on, but as he grabbed for the ball, it touched his fingers, knocked it forward. Griffiths had made the initial break. Town feed, Ellis to feed. Loose forward picks it up, takes it blindside. No, beg your pardon, wasn't the loose forward that time. Now there's Heppy. Well smothered, Martin round the top, Nickel round the legs. Vince Fawcett at dummy half. Armstrong over the top to Heppy. He gives the dummy, but he can't shake off the tackle of Adam Fogarty. Holgate, straight runner, drives it well. Ellis, inside ball. Armstrong onto Mulligan. Oh, throwing the ball about. Workington, they're not frightened of throwing it about. Phillips has possession now. He gets it away. The ball's loose. Can Tony Sullivan capitalise on it? Sullivan's going to have to hack it. Can he win the chase? Fawcett's there. Well, Fawcett interfered with him, but the try's given. He got the touchdown, obviously. Sullivan in for his second of the second half. Loose play by Workington. The ball was kicked forward. Sullivan ran onto it. He hacked it forward again. Vince Fawcett was with him. Elbow to elbow, they were shoulder to shoulder, vying for the possession. I didn't know whether Fawcett had grabbed hold of him, but Sullivan had got the touchdown, and it's another 4 points to the Saints. Unfortunately, as far as Workington are concerned, it's gone all wrong in this second half. But Saints obviously stepping up a gear. Golding converts it. 36 points to 6 now. Good build-up for the Saints, away next week at Batley. And the pitch won't be as good as it is here this afternoon. There's no danger. Batley's game against York was postponed because of a waterlogged pitch. We played at Batley, Mount Pleasant, last year against Dewsbury in the Regal Trophy. So we know what sort of a pitch it is, quite a hefty slope on it. And it'll be heavy going. Good Homestead's pitch. But still on with this afternoon's game. Fogarty has the possession. 36 points to 6 the score. With 15 minutes remaining. And Apollo Perolini driving forward. Heppy has him round the top. McKenzie took him round the legs and took a knock. Golding puts the ball downfield, using the breeze. Containing Workington in their own 20, using the wind to the Saints' advantage. 5-6 players up there on Mulligan against just 2 Workington players. They get back rather slowly, but it's Kevin Pape. He has the possession. Chris Joint looking to be reintroduced for the last 15 minutes. But it's Town now. Holgate run well, hard and strong since his introduction. McKenzie, he gets it away. Phillips bounces off the tacklers and gets the ball away. Every time in the tackle, Phillips has unloaded possession. Mulligan now with the kick upfield, looking to find touch. Successfully does, about 15 metres from the Saints line. Ian Pickavance is the man to be replaced. Now coming off, had a very quiet game by his standards as Ian Pickavance. No doubt he'll have been put down as one of the Saints' danger men, especially after last week, where he looks as though he's got a rib injury there. A Joint slips in the pack. Saints wins scrum possession. Tommy Martin comes through, but sandwiched there by Heppy and Pape. John Griffiths from acting halfback, up the middle. Runs hard and strong, does this Welshman, John Griffiths. Now it's Joint. Solid tackling. Town stick to the task. Hard to lift your side when obviously you're trailing 36-6. Perolini bursts out of the tackle into the Workington half. Gets up rather slowly. Martin, Griffiths, inside ball to Joint. Gone very quiet below us now, obviously the vociferous spectators. Tester there for Mulligan, takes it well. Martin was following up. Workington tackled 5 metres from their own line, and Saints looking to peg them down there. When they get up to the 4th or 5th tackle, they'll be looking to put it upfield, but they are against quite a swirling breeze. And the ball will have to be kept low. But there's 3 of the set of 6. And Russell Smith going in, the ball to be moved away and the play to be restarted. Pickering it was that was temporarily either winded, and Town break quickly again. Sonny Nicol couldn't pick it up. First knock on will be given, which Town committed. The referee leapt advantage goal. Sonny Nicol couldn't pick it up, so scrum down 15 metres from the Workington line. Head and ball to the Saints. Golding to feed. 36 points to 6 to score, and 11 minutes remaining. Martin and Golding work the loop onto Prescott in the clear. Prescott's there. Steve Prescott in for the easiest of tries. Right from the base of the scrum, Golding and Martin work the loop movement. Prescott running in from deep. Another 4 points for the Saints. They hit the 40 mark. And Bobby Golding, similar position from the last, tags it on. (42-6). Workington have possession. Pickering breaks away. His powerful forward in the 20-metre area. Town move it left, obviously looking to add to the 6 points that they have. Heppy looking for the options, looking for the gap, but Nicol and Golding bring him to grass. Still spreading it. Pickering again. He takes it blindside, this big forward, going for the line, and he's going to score! Super try by Pickering in the top right-hand corner. No more than he deserves. Involved in the action midfield, drove the ball up, took the tackle, slipped it out, stepped up at the acting half-back position. Stepped up, as I said, at the acting half-back position, took it blindside, and Saints couldn't contain him, and Workington get the second try on the board. But 7 tries, 7 goals, 42 points for the Saints. Workington with 2 tries and 1 goal. Saints kick off. There's that man Pickering again. Cries for a forward pass, but he makes good yardage. Certainly runs hard and strong. And on to Colin Armstrong, but good tackling. The Saints move in, force the man back. Phillips brings it blindside, couldn't release it this time. One of the few times he has been tackled in possession. Holgate, Mackenzie, I beg your pardon, dummy half, inside to Ellis. Then on to Burns. Not frightened of spreading it to Workington. They make it up to the halfway line. It's the last tackle of the sequence. And Mulligan puts it deep downfield. Steve Prescott should be able to play it. Brings it from right behind his, between the posts. Still going Prescott. Going past the defenders, takes it up on the blind side. Nearly forced into touch on the main stand. Working to move up quickly. Griffiths breaks away. Griffiths still driving down. Support inside from Dwyer. Support from Sullivan. And he's in for his hat-trick. Sullivan behind the sticks. Oh, nearly. Just cut off by Heppy. And it looks oh so easy, doesn't it? As Sullivan goes in for his hat-trick. 4 last week against Huddersfield. 3 this afternoon, and still time to play. 4 minutes remaining, 36 minutes gone there in the second half. Excellent play there. Prescott initially brought it up to the 20-metre line. Then quick play the ball by the Saints. It was taken down the wing, and a lovely support play. Bernard Dwyer in support drove it down. Griffiths made the initial break. Superb break by John Griffiths. Dwyer in support. Then out to Anthony Sullivan. He came in. Heppy just cut down his angle. But Golding pops the conversion over. 48 points to 10. 8 tries, 8 goals, and certainly a performance to relive in this second half. Beavers brings it away, brings it crossfield, creates the gap, over the top to Nicol. He juggles with it, goes down the wing. Nicol powering his way down into the Workington 20. Bobby Golding sorting his side out. Andy Hay goes without possession, and Kevin Ellis picks it up. But the touch judge is in, and Ellis is penalised. Reaping the ball out at the play the ball. So Saints attack is still on. Nicol going for the line, he scores over. He got the winning score up at Derwent Park. It doesn't matter this afternoon. The 2 points are already secured for the Saints at 48-10. But Dwyer is a dummy half. Oh, Nicol chips it through. Typical of Sonny Nicol near the line. Obviously the variation in play. He likes it close to the line. You can play the ball forward, but the kick was too deep as the Saints were lining out. The ball gone dead. Touched the Workington player, and the dropout by Mulligan, who's still limping from between the sticks. Keeps it low. Perolini will gather it as Workington come up, and Perolini builds up the attack. 10 metres short of the 20, so 30 metres out. Perolini in possession. Dwyer brings it blindside, looking for the runners. There's Nicol again. Nicol, only the fullback to beat. Oh, taken down 5 metres short, but right in front of the sticks. He run hard at Mulligan. Somebody's going to be sin-binned. But Saints take it quickly. Beavers, Perolini. Can Perolini get his first of the season? And his first try for the Saints in the senior team. But somebody's been sin-binned. It's James Pickering. Golding. On to Dwyer. Golding again. Saints spread it. Tommy Martin chips it through. It's taken there by Workington, but it's a knock forward because the man was, even though he was facing his own post, he drove it forward. So Workington now down to 12 players to scrum down with the Saints feed, and the Saints put a tremendous amount of pressure on this Workington side. The scrum will have to be reformed. Golding there. 2 minutes left on the clock. I have it on the full 40 minutes. As Golding from the base of the scrum. Martin out to David Lyon. Lyon with the return pass. The ball's still loose, but it's a knock on again. Workington have knocked it forward. Did the Saints knock it forward first? Is the referee playing the first knock on? No, he isn't. He's not a judge that the Saints have knocked it forward, but Workington did. And Saints again with the scrum feed. Will it be moved over along across the ground? Martin, Golding, back to Griffiths, Lyon, moving over from the right wing to the left. So Saints varied the play, but the ball's knocked forward. Too quick. At the acting half-back, obviously getting shut to the ball before you've actually got it in your hands. An unforced error. Well, the Saints putting plenty of pressure on Workington on their own line. 1 minute of stoppage time played. 48 points to 10 the score. There's the final hooter. So 48 points to 10, the final score. Tightly contested at half-time, 14-6 it was, and then it was all Saints in the second half. Tommy Martin opened the scoring in the 11th minute, then a couple from Sullivan, well, 3 from Sullivan in the 13th, 24th and 36th minute. Fogarty and Prescott got him with his second in the second half, so an emphatic win in the end by 48 points to 10. After what on paper certainly looked a tough tie, but that's how it goes, isn't it? We went to Salford the other week and we got our eye wiped, but Saints hit back last week in the Regal and hit back in good style this week. 48 points to 10 the final score. Batley away next week in the Regal Trophy. Let's hope you can join us. So on behalf of your Workington video, your Saints video and Micron video, we bid you farewell from the Saints at Nosey Road, and the final score 48 points to 10.